Hello my fat string friends, your friendly bass teacher here, and today we have the pleasure of going through Give It Away by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Woo! Okay, I'll lay it down straight. This song is played with soul, and it's played with funk, and it's played with energy, and it's played with essence. You cannot play this song dead. You can look at tabs all your life. You can look at them and you can play them, but if you don't play this song with energy, then it means absolutely nothing, okay? So this version here, I had the tab books years ago when Blood Sugar came out, but this version is the version which is more inclined and more directed at what I've seen Flea do live when I've actually personally watched him live a few times. Okay, so let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our intro. Okay, so we're going to take the power of our slapping thumb right there. Again, we're going to come to the 5th fret on the E string, this string right here, and we're going to slap it, and we're going to slide all the way up to the 17th fret like that. And then we're going to roll it back down again, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing again, but onto the 15th fret, like so. And roll it back down again. So 5, 17, 5, 15, with speed. And it's the intro. If you listen to the song, you know what I mean. You have to put a funny face while you do so, just like Flea. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit an open A string, okay, which is this string. All right, yeah, yes. We're going to hit that once, and then we're going to slide up. This part's in 2 parts, okay, the main riff. Then we're going to slide up from the 12th fret to the 14th fret on the D string, just like so. Then we're going to go to the 12th fret on the G string, and we're going to roll down. So we have lovely. Alternative is my middle name, so I'll give you an alternative view. Okay, instead of sliding up from the 12th to the 14th, hammer it on. Bum, bum. Okay, Flea mixes between the two. Okay, so hammer on, so 12, 14, and then push your 12 on the G string. So, or whatever pleases you. Simply put, the next part is 3rd fret on the A string, that's C right there, bum, and then an open A, okay, and then hit the 3rd fret once more. So we have, okay, so it's very, very bum, 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 bum. Okay. But what he does live a lot, he'll do a double mute before he does that. So, bum, bum, bum. Hear it really quick. Dum, bum, double mute 3-0-3 is an alternative view. Simplify, just 3-0-3. So again, just an example of that in mute. Hear it? I seem to be getting some sort of evil delay effect coming off. Okay, so let's recap. We have bum, not including the intro. Bum, bum, bum. Can you see me? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's all we have so far, isn't it? Bum, bum, bum. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing again. Bum, bum, bum. But this time we're going to hold that ever so slightly longer. So we have bump all together, bump, and then roll down. Slight sustain there. Listen to the song to see what I mean. And then simply on this one, all we do is we hit an open A, like so, and then we come to the 3rd fret, like so, okay, on the A string. So we have all together, bump, 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 3-0-3, open, hold it a little bit longer, open, and then the next open A will take us back into the riff again. Again, before the open A to on the second one, the open A to the 3rd fret, you could just do it, put a little mute in there, just like that. Okay. Just give it a little bit of funk. Do not do Flea a massive disservice by caring too much about the intricacies about the notes that are played, okay? Instead, focus on funk, focus on energy, and focus on staying in time. That's it, lay down on the line. Okay, and that's going to take us all the way up to the give it away, give it away, give it away bit, okay? Train your pelvic thrusts as much as you can, but note-wise, what we're going to do is we're going to come to, there's 2 trains of thought with this, okay? In the book that I used to have, it used to say go from 4, okay, we end on a bum, okay, give it away, give it away, give it away now, bam, give it away, give it away, okay, so we end on an open A, right? And then we're going to go to the 4th fret to the 5th fret, okay? We're going to hammer it on and then roll it down. I don't think that sounds good. I'm not too sure. Have a listen to it yourself and see what you think. I think it sounds better if you go from the 3rd fret, then you hammer on to the 5th fret, and then roll it down like this. Okay, the book says, I don't know, it's too much of a minor there, I think, for such a positive, funky song. It sounds better, I think, if you go from the 3rd, 5th, roll down. That's to give it away. But if you want to give it more essence, okay, if you're playing it live and you're pelvic thrusting all over the place, go play the octave as well. So come to the 3rd fret, and then go to the 7th fret on the, the 5th fret on the D string, and then go slide that up to the 5th fret on the E string and the 7th fret on the D string, and then roll that down to give it a, yeah, ooh, gives it more of a deeper ooh. Okay, so we have verse, chorus, and then we have a big silent bit where we do nothing and Flea does lots and lots of dancing, and then we come to Frusciante's backwards guitar solo. And in that part, what we're going to do is we're going to transpose everything downwards, but on string wise, we're going to come upwards towards our chin. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit an open E, like that, yeah. Okay, and then we're going to come to the 10th fret on the E string, and we're going to hammer on to the 12th fret on the E string, like such. So we have, okay, and then we're going to come to the A string, and we're going to hit the 10th fret on the A string, like that, and we're going to roll it down like we did previously on the other verses. So we have, yeah. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do an open E, bam, and then we're going to come to the 3rd fret on the E string, bam, and then we're going to do an open E, bam, then we're going to come to the 3rd fret on the E string. So we have, okay, this bit can be changed, okay? That first open E could be a mute, like so, yeah? Okay, so it could be changed. You could put a double mute in there, it doesn't really matter. If you're playing it live, you can go mad with it. There's so much stuff you can change about it. It does not have to be dead on the tabs, because Flea himself changes it all over the place. Okay, so we have, just goes around and round, yeah, like such. Like you could do all sorts of things in there. I wouldn't do that though, because you just look really stupid. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a roll out. We're going to do like a big fill to get out of the chorus back into the verse again. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to come to, it's basically, okay. Changing that bass sound has messed up my bass sound completely, so excuse the clacking and that. Doesn't normally sound like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit an open E, okay, and we're going to come to the 10th fret on the E string. Then we're going to hit another open E, then we're going to come to the 9th fret on the E string. So far, yeah. Then we're going to hit another open E, then we're going to come to the 7th fret on the E string. So we have, okay, then we're going to hit another open E, and we're going to come to the 5th fret on the E string. So we have, okay, another open E, I'm going to come to the 4th fret on the E string, so we have, yeah, another open E, and then we're going to come to the 3rd fret on the E string. Oh, wrong, but you get what I'm saying. And then we're going to hit another open E, and we're going to go to the 2nd fret on the E string. So we have, slow motion, we're going to hit another open E right at the end. So we have, okay, oh. While since I played this song, as you can see. Okay, and that will take you back into the verse again. Okay, and then it goes back into the main riff, and the song rolls on and rolls on. In the end, Flea does a few fills, but I'm not going to go into the intricacies of what they are at the moment. But if you want to just do fills, live he changes them every time anyway. You could. Anything that's in A is basically going to work as a fill, okay? And I'm not too concerned about the intricacies of what they are, as long as you're playing it in time. And then right at the end of the song, we do a roll up, which is going to take us to the key of A, which is obviously the key that the song's in, okay? So this is how Flea ends the song. We're going to hit an open A, bump, and then we're going to come to the 3rd fret. Firstly, it's this. And again. Anyway, so open A, 3rd fret on the A string, open A, 5th fret on the A string, open A, 6th fret on the A string, open A, 7th fret on the A string, open A, 9th fret on the A string, open A, 10th fret on the A string, open A, 12th fret on the A string. Obviously we're going to slow down towards the end. Like that, yeah, that's how it actually works. Okay, hope that makes sense. That's Give It Away by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh! Okay then, remember what I said about funk and essence, okay? There's so many bass players I've watched play this song live, their bass is up here and they're playing it absolutely perfectly to the dot, okay? Not a thing wrong with it. However, they're soulless. They're standing there. They're not doing anything. They're just not smiling or even moving, okay? I would prefer to see someone that's playing a riff slightly wrong in time, playing the right notes, but playing it slightly wrong, but in time and having the time of their lives, okay? And that's my, that's probably the main lesson about this one. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.